So we all, there are two real purposes behind what I do. One is to get the kids or grown-ups excited about whatever the thing is, to give them some kind of takeaway. But it's also a study tool, because one thing we've been doing for thousands of years is taking our most important knowledge and turning it into pictures and dances and songs. The Iliad, the Odyssey, Beowulf, Bhagavad Gita, Torah, those were all songs long before they were written down. So one of the ways I realized that there was really something to what I was doing here was when I started getting feedback from teachers in middle school about kids who had been with me when they were in 4th grade. And I would go to district-wide school teacher conferences, and I would hear middle school teachers asking, "Where's Mr. Griffin?" And they said, "I had a kid that come into my room and already knows how to read the periodic table of the elements because of a song that you taught them. And they sang it for me word for word 4 years after they did it with you." And then when I was a teacher long enough that some of my former students turned into grown-ups. I was in a shopping, a grocery store near my school one day, and a man spots me in the produce section, and he leans over the bananas and just shoves me in the chest with his great big finger and starts singing a song at me about the water cycle. And he's using all the vocabulary correctly, and I realized this is one of my former students. I said, you were in my class? He said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "God, I hope I was nice to you," because he was huge. But he said, "Yeah, you were all right." So here's an example of something we do for 5th grade, but it comes up again in high school. Here's the circulatory system, just the valves and chambers of the heart. And what I try to do is not define things, but use them in context, make a story about it, sort of. So the conceit of this one is, my own musical background is mostly country music. And you hear on country radio all these songs about the heart, and they almost always get the physiology completely wrong. So we fixed that. You know my heart has got 4 chambers, 2 ventricles below, 2 atria above, and all 4 chambers are filled with love for you. But that's a metaphor, you see, because my heart beats just for me. You know I need my heart to pump my blood, but that don't mean I'm not in love with you. My right atrium gets blood from the venae cavae and sends it down through my tricuspid valve. My right ventricle contracts while my pulmonary valve acts like a one-way door going up, you see, to my pulmonary artery. My blood goes to my lungs to pick up oxygen and also to get rid of CO2. Oh, then the blood come back again through my pulmonary veins, and then my heart keeps beating for me, not for you. You know my heart has got 4 chambers, 2 ventricles below, 2 atria above, but that's got nothing to do with love. It's another thing entirely. You know I need my heart, it's true. That's why I won't give it to you, because I need my heart to pump my blood, but that don't mean I'm not in love with you. My left atrium gets blood from the pulmonary veins and sends it on down through my mitral valve. My left ventricle will squeeze blood out to my arteries through my aortic valve. You know, it's sort of like a one-way door to my aorta. My blood will circulate through all my systems and pass through capillaries along the way. They say my heart has so much power it beats 4,000 times an hour and pumps about 2,000 gallons every day. You know my heart has got 4 chambers, 2 ventricles below, 2 atria above, and all 4 chambers are filled with blood for me. I'll never give my heart to you, but don't let that make you blue. I only need my heart to pump my blood, so that don't mean I'm not in love with you. I only need my heart to pump my blood, and that don't mean I'm not in love with you. So, anyway, I'll direct your attention over there. That's my contact info. I'm tim@griffined.org. If you'd like to write a song together, or if you're an educator and you want help writing something for your students, I've worked with college professors to write songs for their freshmen, just to kind of bring them up to speed on the basics of the topic, so you're not having to reteach all the stuff they would have learned in high school if they'd been paying attention. Or for any kind of outreach, that's my mission, is to help people tell their stories through song, to help other people learn cool stuff. And we keep it all in the library on our website. And we do it, we usually meet on Zoom. I was hoping to maybe put together a little workshop this week to write a song about astrobiology, but everyone is just so excited here to see their friends again that I asked people, can I sit with you for a couple of hours? And they're like, no, which is fine. So, but it works fine on Zoom because that way we can take our time with it. It's fast, it's fun, and we've had some really good songs out of it. So thank you for your time. I'll wrap up with one more song before we get, we let the sound crew go for the night. Choose, please, engineering or cosmology? Cosmology it is, okay. So you probably know the story about how when Isaac Newton published his Principia, one of the questions people asked was, okay, well, what makes you so special that you're solving these problems that other people struggled with for thousands of years? And what he said was something to the effect of, if I have seen further, it is because I stand on the shoulders of giants. So this is a song about cosmology, but also about the whole scientific process, about how we build on what came before. Aristotle said the world is a ball, unrolled a scroll and made a map of it all. He put the planets in the sky, moving around the earth every day. Copernicus drew a very different one, pictured all the planets going round the sun. Then Galileo built a telescope and said, hey, it sure looks that way. You know that each generation learns a little bit more, pulling back the curtain, opening up the door. But it's only when we're standing on the shoulders of giants we can see the things we didn't before. Kepler said it had to run on rational rules, tried to work it out with geometrical tools. He gave us orbital mechanics, but he couldn't figure why it should be. Newton knew the secret when he saw an apple fall, said there had to be one force to rule them all. He gave us 3 laws of motion and one more just for gravity. You know that each generation learns a little bit more, pulling back the curtain, opening up the door. But it's only when we're standing on the shoulders of giants we can see the things we didn't before. Each generation making new ways to question how the pieces of the universe go. And each new breakthrough just a part of the progression. How far it'll go, I don't know. We're always redefining and refining the rules, but this doesn't mean our predecessors were fools. It's like the pieces of a puzzle that they handed on to you and me. Maybe in another 100 years or two, people then may laugh at all we thought we knew, but they'll be standing on our shoulders when they brag about how far they can see. You know that each generation learns a little bit more, pulling back the curtain, opening up the door. But it's only when we're standing on the shoulders of giants we can see the things we didn't before. Herschel and Hubble Einstein and Bohr, pulling back the curtain, opening up the door. But it's only when we're standing on the shoulders of giants we can see the things we didn't before. And Aristotle said the world is a ball. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to meet every one of you. And if you want to collaborate, please consider me at your personal artist in residence. Thank you so much.
One last thing, I wanted to let everyone know that if you are feeling musical, if Tim's got you in the mood to sing along or play an instrument, we're going to head down to the lobby and see if we can annoy people down there with more science songs for a while. Yeah, come on down. If you're, I see you back there with bongos. Yeah, you need to be down in the lobby.